Check out the nasty clouds, y'all. Hey, welcome to Sweet Hollow Farm Life. And this is farm life. So looks like we're supposed to be getting a week. By the time you guys see this, we will have had a week of bad weather if we get it. But it looks like it's getting really bad off over there. So I'm out here in case we get 100-mile-an-hour winds again. I am staking my tomato plants real quick because they're getting just last time they were kind of still under this edge. They weren't very big. This time they're quite a bit bigger. I don't want them to get snapped off and then I lose my plant. So I'm taking these long rods. I bought these used. I think I got 10 of them for $5. It was pretty cheap. And then, oh, I gotta go get some more. And then I'm taking these clips that I bought. I think this box of however many's in this box. Let me see if it says. This box has 300 of these little clips. So I'm taking one of these little clips. Real simple to do, guys. The hardest part I'm having right now is cutting the screen rod, but I can cut them with those dikes right there. That's what Rusty called them, dikes. So I'm just sticking this close to the stem, and these stems are already pretty thick on these, so I'm glad I'm doing this because if they snap off, that'll be it. So I just stick it in like that, and then I take this clamp and I just clip it around. I don't think I can do it with the phone in my hand, but I just clip it to this, clip the stem to this rod. Very simple to do, and that will give them a lot of stability. So I've got 1.5 rows done. I've got one more to do. Guys, Rusty's out there trying to resync the pump into the pond because of all this rain we're fixing to get. He wants it all good. Don't look. Yeah. Rusty added another pipe, and he's adding another T-post, and he's going to, we put it about, that's about as far as it can go at this point, right?
I could probably go out a little bit further over that way.
And maybe get a little deeper.
Yeah, a little
But you
bit
guys,
further.
look how far down our pond is. I mean, it is so far down.
Get no lower than this.
Yeah, hopefully this is as low as it'll ever get, but like I said, we keep hearing the thunder rolling, and we've got clouds, and it was so humid. I was just sweating standing out in the garden a while ago, and now we've got the coolest breeze, which normally it would make me cold because I'm cold-natured, but and it was so hot and I was sweating so bad. So this cold breeze actually feels good right now. But it's some kind of cold front coming from Kansas, Colorado, and then of course the heat from the Gulf. So anyways, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, same day. Rusty finally finished. Let me see if I can show you guys. He extended it and put it further out in the pond. It's another probably 20 feet out in the pond now. The pump for the chickens. I'm gonna go plug it back in now. We were waiting, giving it time to dry. You guys, we hardly got enough rain to barely wet the porch. Yeah, not enough. But I don't think I've ever taken you guys and shown you the nighttime chores that we do. The evening chores at about 4 o'clock, I just go out and check on all the chickens and gather eggs. And then when it starts to get dark, like it is right now, we come out and we have to run the ducks in because for some reason the ducks will not go in before the door closes. So we go put them in. We lost one duck one time when we thought they would be okay out. Something came and got it. We never found the duck. So whatever it was, got it in the middle of the night and completely took off with it. We figure probably a raccoon or something like that maybe. Or a stray cat. I don't know. But so we don't leave them out anymore. And they know when I come out, it's bedtime. and it's time to go to bed. The baby chickens, I'll probably have to go get a battery light bulb again, put it inside so I can get them to go in for the night. But the automated door's not even closed yet. See? Oh, and tomorrow from, of course, all of our favorite shopping place, Amazon, we're going to have an automatic door delivered, and we are going to go ahead, we've decided to go ahead and put an automatic door on this one because we just feel a little more secure that if something did get into the fence, they wouldn't be able to get into their house. So they're all out here like they're freezing and cuddling up when they should go inside. So we'll have to get the light in there and we'll run them back in there. Rusty had to do it last night by himself because I wasn't here. It was game night and he couldn't go. He had a toothache. So he said he came out here, put the light inside, and then he got in there and ran them all up in there. So we'll do that again tonight too. And see, y'all, look, the ducks. I come out here and the ducks went in because they know it's night time. They know when they see us come out here that they got to go in. I'm pretty sure they're all gone. They all went in. Let me double check over here. I usually count them as they go in, so I make sure they all are in. And the ducks are dropping eggs all over the place out here. And yeah, we do gather duck eggs and we do sell some duck eggs, but we're not as adamant about collecting those as we are the chicken eggs. There's another one. And we don't know how old they are. You know, they could be out here for a little while. So, but yeah, looks like all the ducks are in. So I am going to, let me go make sure there's not anybody in the pond. And then I'll go ahead and I can close their automatic door. It's set to close later now because the days are longer. Oh, nope, now they're coming back out. Get back in. Nope, night time. Night time. Go back in. No, go back in. Two of them went back in. You two guys, come on. Back in. Come on, you know it's not night time. It's night time. Get back in there. Go on. I didn't shut the gate quick enough, so they don't like to be in there. They would much rather be outside. Yep, get in your... No. I guess I'm going to have to put the board up. They keep... You guys, stop. I have to put a blockade up so they can't get out. Get around it. Come on. Come on. Go on. Come on. Time to go night. Time to go night. Now they'll go in because, see, I've got them blocked where they just automatically will go in now. They try, but they know the drill. Find it. There it is. And yes, it will close by itself, but it's not set to close until 2100 hours, and it is only 2015 hours. So I'm closing a little bit early because I've got them all in. So I got to deal with these babies too. So I got to go in the house and get a light bulb. Okay, I want to show this to you guys, and you can get them on Amazon. There's all different brands, so I'm not going to give a brand name or anything like that. I think I paid $10 for 2 of them, but it's these. They come with this little clip on there. They've got a push button on and off light. This is not a heat lamp for your chickens, but if you've got chickens that have feathered out but they're scared to go in their house at dark, chickens are scared of the dark. So if you put this light in there, it's going to burn for 3 or 4 hours, and they'll go in there when it gets dark before the door shuts. And that's what we've been doing. Turn light on, and they're all in there at night. If we forget to turn the light on, when I go out there to gather eggs and things, if I forget to turn the light on, then they won't go in there at dark. It also came with a charging cable, so you can charge it to begin with. But it also comes with a small solar with the cord. So on the chicken, on the junior pen that we have outside, we've already got it hooked up. Rusty's got it with the solar light. So it charges up during the day. I turn it off when I go out there in the morning to do chores. It will burn all day as long as there's, adequate sunlight. But I turn it off so that way it'll be good and bright in the evening. And then I turn it back on when we go out there in the evening before it gets dark. And then when it starts to get dark, I have their door adjusted so that their door will not close until it's dark, because that way they see the light. When it gets dark outside, they see that light, and then they go on up in their house, and then by the time we go out there, we can shut their door, or the door will automatically shut. So that's how we're kind of training the chickens. So I just wanted to show that to you guys real quick. Okay, so we're at the end of the week, so I'll be posting this video. I'm going to get it edited today, and I want to just kind of show you guys where we're at the end of the week. Okay, we did get 1 day of really heavy rains, just one out of this week worth of storms we were promised. We're also promised some today too. It's very cloudy, but I'm not hopeful for much rain. But it did top our pond off. See the grass right here? That was grass that was growing as the pond had shrunk down in size, and now it's covered that grass. Most of the muddy area down front is now has rain. And then of course our chicken system is working really great because Rusty did move that out, and you guys got to see Rusty in his skivvies the other day. Yes, he was in his underwear. I'm not supposed to tell y'all that, but he was in his underwear. I wanted to show you guys. Let's go check on there's the chickens. They're doing great. I was just going to show you guys, it's the end of the week, so let me show you where we're at the end of this week. So next week when I show you, you'll be able to see the difference, because everything has been changing daily. The chickens growing so fast. The garden is growing so fast. It's just all changing so fast. It's even hard for me to keep up with it. Look at the Brussels sprouts and the cabbage. Don't those look great? And better yet, look at the potatoes. And the potatoes are starting to get buds on them, which means they'll be blooming soon. And after they're done blooming, see, I've got buds all over it. And after they're done blooming, they'll start to die off. And then we get to harvest those. And as soon as we harvest those, I'm going to go ahead and put some more in. I think they'll be okay. I'm going to try. I know it'll be getting too hot, but Rusty did get the automatic door in for this is our junior pen, what we call our junior pen. So he did get that door in, and they're loving it. They can come and go. It opens up in the morning for them, so they get to get out. We also made them, it was just easier, so Rusty also made them this 5-gallon chicken feeder. And yep, they're making a mess with it, but you know what? That thing is full. We let them eat the stuff off the ground. They like it anyways. I throw scratch to them a lot. The automatic water is working wonderfully. So, we're loving that when we don't have to water every day. Okay, lettuce. Look at my lettuce. And I just picked a whole bunch this morning. I'm going to give to one of my egg customers when they come over. I don't want it to go to seed, and I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to give it away. And I'm perfectly fine with that. The celery's looking good. I'm just wondering, though, if it's a different variety of celery, not the kind you buy in the store, because it's not growing with like a bunch like I thought it would. This is my first time growing celery, so y'all can let me know if I'm missing something on this. But I am getting celery stalks, but they're all separated, like they're not together. So I'm not sure about that. See, look at those potatoes. They're really blooming. So yeah, my potatoes are going to start dying off. Trying to keep the onions kind of cut down so that the leaves don't fall over. And these things are growing so fast I can't stay on top of them. This week I added some stabilizers. This is the eggplant, and I did have to look. I've never grown eggplant before, so I did have to Google that. And it says that they grow really tall. So and somebody else had their stake like this, and I thought I better go do that to mine so they don't get broken because they are getting tall. Strawberries over here are really showing off. Looky there. For brand new plants, I mean, to me, they're doing really good. I've got green strawberries all over the place. So I'm excited about that. In fact, I think I'll pick these two and take them into Rusty. I don't eat fruit. I'm not a fruit eater. I like jam, so I'll make jams with these and eat it, but I don't eat just straight fruit by itself. So I'm picking a couple of strawberries. I'll take them in for Rusty. Or my granddaughter's here, and that's the main reason I planted those. So I'll give them to my granddaughter. Okay, more potatoes. For some reason, now I planted two different varieties. One is Yukon Gold and one is red. I can't remember which one I put on which side. These aren't growing out as fast as the other ones are. So I think it's just because of the variety. And peppers, I may have to go ahead and stake. Look how tall that pepper's. You don't know if you can tell. That pepper's getting tall. So I may go ahead and stake this peppers down today. Because, yeah, these are the same way. They're getting really tall. I don't want them to get broke off. And we are, again, supposed to, starting about now, be getting 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. So I think I'll do that this morning. But tomatoes, tons and tons of them are blooming. Have blooms on them. And some of the blooms are gone now, which means probably fixing to get tomatoes in those places. And I haven't looked that closely to see, but yeah, my tomatoes, look at this plant here just showing off. And of course it's got blooms on it. So guys, we have been fertilizing this with some fish. That fish, real thick, pasty, oily looking stuff. It stinks and smells really bad, but my plants, everything seems to love it. They're doing really good, and that's all I'm doing really, besides watering as needed. And I planted some more corn and green beans because this week the chickens keep scratching it up and eating them. And I also planted some more cantaloupe, pumpkin, and watermelon over here. This time I put a stake in front of it. I do have a special hoe coming, so I am going to try to get some of this grass out of here if I can hold up for that. But as you can see, where I planted more corn at, the chickens have already dug it up. But I do have corn growing, so I'm happy I might have a little bit of corn. And see, they have been over here just scratching away over here where I've got my squash and green beans planted. So I don't think I'm going to get any squash and green beans this year. I can't keep the chickens. That's twice I've planted. I can't keep the chickens out of it. It is what it is, right? Okay, I think we've got baby chickens hatching right now as we speak. So we'll be rotating chickens again, and probably in about 10 days. And then after that, I am not going to be hatching any more chickens this year. So once these come out of the garage, they'll go into the brooder cage inside the chicken house. And then I'll leave them there for about 2 weeks. And then I'll put them in the junior pen. And we'll start cutting some of these bigger juniors out with the adults. And we'll be wrapping up the chicken growing season and see how many roosters eventually that we have and how many new hens we're adding, because I am having a hard time keeping up with my chicken orders or egg orders right now. So that's kind of where we're at on that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week on Sweet Hollow Farm Life. Have a great week. Bye-bye.